Hello everyone, today I am moving this pig upward, and that's because I am about to put mulch around the house, and if I add a couple inches of mulch here, this spigot is really close to the ground and it makes it difficult getting a garden hose in and out. So we're gonna be moving this upward about 2 to 3 feet, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. Let's start by turning the water off to the spigot, and that's right, this valve needs some work as well. But first, let's make sure that the spigot has no water inside so we can work on. And then I found my spigot with these cables wrapped around it. I just cut it off. These are for cable companies grounding the equipment. I don't have that anymore, so let's just rip that out. Then I try to break loose the spigot. When you do this, do not put too much force in it because it could be soldered into the piping, and this is exactly what happened here. I took my camera and snuck right underneath the spigot to make sure, and yes, right there you can see that the spigot is soldered into the water lines. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off with the multi-tool. There's very little room to get a torch behind there, and what I'm trying to do is cut this as straight as possible. And after I cut it, I noticed I cut it at an angle, and that's not good if you're trying to extend this pipe up with the coupling. So now I have to cut a piece of the siding, and I need to try to get in there with a cutting tool to cut the copper as straight as possible. And it is super tight, and I could barely close the cutting tool. And with the cutting tool closed, I found my second challenge, which is turning the cutting tool so it cuts the copper. I found out that I could turn it a little at a time with the channel locks. And that's the only way I could have get this to turn. Then you gotta make sure to clean the pipe with emery cloth as much as possible before you add the coupling. I'm going to be using push to connect fittings on this project. They are the most DIY friendly type of fittings, and when you install this you want to make sure you follow the directions, one of which is make sure that you insert the connector all the way in. You either use the gauge tool or you measure the pipe. In this case, where I have very little room to work with, I use a pry bar holding the back of the pipe and I push the connector in. I try pushing by hand at first, and if I can't, I use the back of a screwdriver to push all the way in and check to see if the copper pipe came all the way through. Alright, now that we have removed the old spigot, we added a coupler there so we can extend our pipe. It's time to plan how high we want the spigot to be. For me, I want to raise at least another 1.5 feet, so about over here it would work fine for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a post sleeve as an actually pipe sleeve. So this is gonna protect the pipe during for any damages, and also during the winter months against the frost. It's not gonna be fully frost proof, but it's gonna add some protection. So I put the post against the wall and I lined up with the coupling so I know exactly where to drill my hole. I measure center of the post to make sure it comes out in the center, and I drill with the 3/4 inch drill bit. Then I traced it and I marked the front of the post, which is where the spigot is gonna be mounted, and I drill another 3/4 inch hole. So here's a mistake I made. My goal was to come out from the inside into a outdoor spigot, but my transition from the threaded spigot into the piping, I need actually a 7/8 hole. So if you have a bit like this, it's called a step bit. If you have one of these, that's how you can approach making that hole bigger. If you don't, just don't do the mistake like I did the first time. Then I'm gonna prep these fittings before I screw them to the post. I'm gonna use Blue Monster threaded tape on these, and also I use Blue Monster threaded sealant on top of that. And as you watch this, you're wondering where you can get these parts, or at least look at them. Check the description below. I have a link to every part I use here today, and that should help you make your decisions for your repair. Then I threaded it into the spigot and I finished tying it down with 2 wrenches. I grabbed the spigot and a 90 and I put them together. Then I slid it into the opening of the post and I screwed the spigot into the post with 2 screws. I lined up the pipe with the post and I measured how much I needed and I cut to fit. I added a small piece, a 90, and I connect that to the longer piece. And then the last thing here is connecting this long piece with the shorted 90 piece on the spigot. Now this last connection did take some time. I couldn't push the pipe all the way into the fitting. That took few tries, and when I thought I had it, I sent my phone inside the deck post to check it out and noticed that I had not. So I kept trying until I was able to push the pipe all the way into the fitting, and I was able to check it with my phone that I had inserted all the way and my mark was on point. Then I line up the post with the coupling on the wall and push that in. This part was pretty easy. I straightened up the post, threw a lever on it, and then I added couple screws to hold the post to the wall. Now that I'm removing the plastic wrapper, you can see how well this is turning out. And to help prevent any frost, I'm gonna be insulating the post with expansion foam. I let the expansion foam do its job, and a few hours later I came to cut it off. This is the type of project that's going to be different every time for each one of us. But what I wanted to do is share an option that if you need to move your outdoor spigot, this could be your solution. So whether you're moving up and down on the exterior wall, or you're moving along your yard where you dug a hole, bury your pipe, and you pop right underneath one of these, that's an option. And if you do that, you can also bury this in concrete so it's nice and sturdy. Anyways, I hope you learned something in this video. If you want to check out another video where I replace an outdoor spigot with the frost-proof one, check this video right here, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.